What's up, everyone? So this is going to be some pre-recorded videos because I can't go live at the time for a few reasons. But I'm going to be covering some topics that I find interesting on TikTok. It's going to be, I've done this a few times throughout my channel, and I'm probably going to be doing that a lot more in the next coming months. So if it's not something you're used to, not something you're into, don't worry about it. I'll be going live when I can find time. Okay, we're going to talk about someone named Icy Wyatt. He's a TikToker, very infamous TikToker, not really well known for good things, honestly. The background is his mother is an executive producer in Hollywood on very well-known movies. She is very, like, she's very outspoken about Wyatt. She's fun to watch. She's fun to listen to. If you can find her on TikTok, I'm a sub to her too. She's very vocal about how proud she is of her son, that he doesn't fit into any stereotypes of typical, what people expect a typical male to follow these days. And she's proud of her son for that fact. Icy Wyatt likes to wear really long nails. He gets his hair done all the time. He wears makeup sometimes. I mean, his nails will be all jeweled out. They're very long. He likes to wear more feminine clothing. He is more flamboyant than, most straight males. And people have always come at him for his sexuality, and it's like, dude, just admit it. And by the way, we're proud allies over here on this channel. Always have been, always will be. There's no judgment coming from me. But he's always like, everybody's like, just admit it, you're gay. You can't be straight and be enjoy. He's like, no, I really just enjoy nails. I really enjoy makeup. He doesn't get like a full beat of makeup. He just does a little bit, like eyelashes. He does get eyelash extensions. He gets his eyebrows done, or used to, that is. He can't anymore. But he would always fight all these stereotypes, and his mom came out and been very supportive of him in that aspect, which is always amazing to see and a beautiful thing to see. But she's had issues with her son about some other factors in his life, and she's spoken about that on TikTok. She's really well known on TikTok, just like he is, just like his now wife is. Yes, wife. And I'll be giving you a background of that. But his mom is very, like I said, she's very, can't think of the word. She's amazing at what she does. Like I said, there's mostly Marvel movies is her forte of what she's really well known for. If you go watch her TikTok videos, you see the posters all behind her for the movies she's done. So that's all. I've always thought that was really cool, but she is awesome to listen to. Anyways, so Icy Wyatt was always known as this big character, big personality. He is one of those creators that go around always flaunting how much money they have. Don't you know who I am? I'm famous. You're just using me for clout, the whole thing. But a few years ago, he got in legal trouble. And it's not his first run-in with legal trouble. He's had a few, but this one sent him to prison for 5 years, from my understanding. 5 years, but I don't think he'll serve the whole 5 years. And I'll show you him in a minute. But 5 years ago, this is what happened. A South Florida TikTok star arrested in 2022 for assault and other charges has been sentenced to prison in the case. Wyatt Yeager, better known as Icy Wyatt, has been arrested in March of 2022 in Broward, Florida, on charges including aggravated battery, aggravated assault, battery on a law enforcement officer, and criminal mischief. Now, the recordings of what led up to that, what he did to these victims, it's all recorded. You can find that on YouTube and TikTok, and him getting arrested. You can find that on YouTube as well, the whole thing, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about as far as he's one of those TikTokers that I'm too famous. Don't you know who I am? I got all this money. Show me some respect, all that type of stuff. Broward State Attorney's officials confirmed Monday that he was given 5 years in prison on the assault and battery charges, followed by 1 year of house arrest with a GPS monitor and 4 years of probation. The 26-year-old was sentenced to 15 months in prison in the criminal mischief case, followed by 3 years on probation, and must pay a $3,100 restitution. And in his mugshot, he is all beaten up because he was trying to fight the officers. Yeager must also get substance abuse and mental health evaluations, will be subject to random substance and alcohol testing while on probation, and can't have weapons or substances and alcohol. According to court documents, he was driving a pink Mercedes erratically and stopped in the middle of West Sunrise Boulevard when there was a confrontation with two people who told him to move. The confrontation continued when he followed them into a nearby Chick-fil-A parking lot, where he began threatening the two victims and proceeded to take a weapon out of his car, the document said. He allegedly hit one of the victims in the back of the head with his weapon before police responded. Video showed him getting pushed to the ground by police, and officials say he became violent while being arrested and kicked an officer in the thigh. The social media star TikTok account has some 1.4 million followers, while his Instagram page has a little under 500,000 followers. Now, in the recording where he gets arrested, he told the cops he has 58 million followers, that 58 million people know who he is, so everyone should know who he is. Nobody knows where he got those numbers for. So that is the little backstory. And again, he followed these guys into a parking lot. Let me show you. I'll show you the picture real quick. He followed these guys out of, I think he was coming out of he was coming out of a Chick-fil-A, and he claims that these guys cut him off. And 4 guys got out and all said they were going to beat him up and all this other stuff. That's not what happened at all. He was mad they cut him off. They didn't mean to cut him off. Let me show you his picture. Well, hold on a second. Okay. They didn't mean to cut him off. There was only 2 guys in the vehicle. He's cussing at them, screwing at them, threatening them and everything. And he goes around their car, gets in front of them, slams on the brakes, gets them out of the car, pulls this guy out of this vehicle, and just assaults him multiple times in the back of his head. That guy calls the cops, says, this guy just got out and assaulted me with a pew-pew. I need help. And while he's doing that, Icy's on the phone and giving his story about what happened. But little did Icy know it was all being recorded. The whole thing was recorded. So he screwed in that aspect. Now, he did get released on a bond, and his rules were very simple. Don't do substances. No drinking, no violent, anything. Don't do anything, like anything that's going to revoke your bond. Like, you're not going to get a bunch of chances with this. Well, he ended up arguing with somebody else, probably through TikTok, and ended up keying somebody's car. So the police, like, that's it, we're done. Your bond's revoked. We're arresting you. And when they went to go arrest him, he was kicking the door and like he was being aggressive to the police officers. Now, this is the first shot, the mug shot, before he got arrested on the bond revocation. So this is before the cops responded to him attacking them, and they handed out their own justice. That picture is a lot more gory, and I'm not going to be showing that. You can go find that pretty easily yourself. So this is Icy Wyatt, right? Well, the reason I'm making this video is there's an update today. So again, he has a wife. Her name is moirmazing. I think I'm saying her name right. Her name is moirmazing. This girl, and they're very young. This girl, bless her heart, she has taken all this humiliation and people making fun of her and saying your boyfriend's gay, all this stuff, which is such a horrible thing to attack someone for, even if he was, saying all these horrible things to her, making fun of her. And she has stood by him through it all. Every embarrassing thing, she has stood by him. She has put her life on pause. She hates living in Miami, for one. I don't think it's Miami. I think they live somewhere else. Tampa, maybe? Anyways, they live in the area that this all happened. She says she hates being there. It reminds her of nothing but negativity. Everywhere she looks, it reminds her of Wyatt, and she misses him, and it's just making her depressed 24/7. But she doesn't feel like she could leave because she needs to be there for all his court dates. So this has been going on, again, for over a year of court. Well, 2 years, 3 years now. Geez, 3 years. 3 years of court dates. He just got sent off to prison like 2 months ago. So years of court dates and appeals, and she showed up to every single one of them. Every time he had to appear for the judge, she was there. She put her life on hold. She's running his TikTok pages to keep it up and going so people don't follow and it goes nowhere. She's trying to keep the momentum going on his page so he has something to come back to when he gets freed. She's all the phone calls, putting money on his books, everything you could think of she has done for him while being made fun of the whole time. And she's not doing very good. Trigger warning on this. Going to talk about substance issues. She's not doing too great with it, honestly, because there's many times where we will see her, and I really hope she finds her happiness so she doesn't feel the need to numb. But you will see her in the tattoo chair, and she is out of it. And they used to do whippets together, if you don't know what that is. They used to do it on live. It wasn't a secret. They did it on live together, but you could see how off she's been in a lot of things. And I'm hoping with the new news, maybe she will find her new happiness and not have to hold herself back anymore. So she did for 3 years of all these court dates, struggling to get through. She has her name tatted on them. She says they're married now. I'm not going to confirm one way or the other. They all say that he's married. Other news sources say they're married, so I'm going to take they're married. But today, the reason we have an update is this happened. Now, she wanted to move out of the area, and she says, I don't want to live in Florida anymore. I want to move to Hawaii, or I want to move somewhere else. I don't want to live in this area where it reminds me of Wyatt all the time. It's making me very depressed. I'm not happy here. But she stayed there for him. Now she has all these bills are all on her. So like the place that they had a house, they had dogs. She had to pay for everything and putting money on his books at the same time, and not able, like she's been a trooper through it all. And again, for 3 years of that, just this alone, not to mention all the years that she's been through of everything else with Wyatt. Well, she made a new video today, and it's really heartbreaking for her, but this is going to be a blessing in disguise for her. So again, he's always been avid. He is not gay. He's not into men. He is not into men whatsoever. He is as straight as could be. He loves women, and he's always been avid and very vocal. I'm not gay. I'm not gay. I'm not gay. Well, today she posted this video. By the way, here's his page, Icy Wyatt 1.4, account run by Wifey. Free Icy. She's always saying he needs to be freed, but here's the new video.
Hey y'all, so
let me make sure it's all in good standing. Okay, I'm going to mute myself while I play the video.
I don't even know. I just got off the phone again with Wyatt. He called me earlier, told me that he has 2 boyfriends, a white and a black boyfriend, in prison. I was so in shock the first call. Like, I didn't know if I wanted to cry or if I was angry. Honestly, I feel so numb. Like, I don't even know how to process emotions. I feel like at this point with everything, I'm just exhausted. He doesn't want to get a divorce, and obviously I'm going to hear him out and give him the benefit of the doubt that he hasn't had physical touch for so long. I mean, neither have I, but I've been able to like handle my shit myself. I guess he wants me to get to know them and possibly like have a phone call with them. And
I didn't hear that earlier. He wants her to speak to his boyfriends. He just told her today he wants to, what he said is, I want to take this time, a break, to explore my sexuality, and then lays it on her that, oh, by the way, I already have 2 boyfriends. And then not only do I not want to free you by getting a divorce, and I don't have the respect to have waited to explore this part of myself before we talked it out, but I want you to have a phone call and get to know my boyfriends, but stay with me. You can't be with anybody else. You can't move out, or you can't go wherever you want to be. You need to be here for all my stuff. You need to put money on my books. You need to take all my phone calls. You need to run my accounts, all this, but now get to know my boyfriends. This poor girl, honestly. But listen to how she is completely putting herself last. Says, well, he hasn't had touched in a while, and it's really lonely in there, and excuse me, it's hard. If anything, it's harder on you because you have options to do more, and you're not, just out of respect for him. He doesn't even have many options. He's still finding a way to disrespect you and not consider your feelings. But let's get back to it.
And he said that I'll like understand more about the situation like once I talk to them. Like, I don't know. I don't even know how I feel about that. Like, I honestly didn't even know how to respond to what he was saying just now. He said that one of his boyfriends sent me a letter, so I'm waiting to receive this letter. I don't know like what. I'm honestly, this is such new territory. I've never like been with somebody in prison. I've never gone through any of this. Like, this, he's the first person that I've ever paid for like a lawyer for them. He's the first person that I've put money on their books for almost 15 months, 17 months now. Like, him being in prison, like, I've been supporting him, and then he just like hits me with this. Like, I'm trying to be supportive and like a good wife, but like, I honestly, like, what is this letter gonna say? But I'm just gonna keep you all updated. Like, I'm not gonna like keep this internally. I feel like I've dealt with so much with Wyatt and kept it to myself, and honestly, I kind of need the support right now from everybody. So stay tuned to see what this letter says from Wyatt's boyfriend, who's in prison with him.
Okay, so I'm glad that she's at least showing that she's not very pleased with the idea, because she's definitely a people pleaser when it comes to Wyatt. Um, Clearly, it's been going on for a while. They've already wrote letters and sent it to you, and they've already discussed this. And he's got, again, 2 boyfriends. This poor girl. And sound up in the comments if you think she should move on, hear him out, give him more chances, or what. Like I said, she's done everything and more than he deserves. She's the one making all the sacrifices, not him. She didn't even commit the crime, and she's the one suffering and paying for it. She's literally paying for it. His lawyer fees, his everything. She's paying for everything and getting no support, financial support from him. So this is the update. A lot of people have always been saying it's not true, or he's not straight. He definitely was straight. Maybe he's bi now, but I'm curious if he's truly bi, then good. I mean, whatever his sexuality is, I just want him to be honest with himself, no matter what it is. And if he's been just putting on this facade for appearances, that's a very painful thing to go through. And maybe they could both be happy at the end of this and maybe stay friends. I don't know. That is possible. I've seen couples do it all the time. Maybe they could stay friends in the end of this. But I hope she stops putting her life on hold. I would be like, I don't want your letter. I don't want the phone calls. I'm not going to put it in your books. Or like, I don't know. I would hate for him to make him suffer, but I would not do as much as I have been. That's for sure. And I wouldn't be putting my life on hold. Move where you want to. Be with who you want to. Get your divorce if you don't want this going on anymore. Get your divorce. You are too young to be putting your life on hold. But I was just getting that extent. See a lot of people covering. So curious to know what y'all think. Would you wait? Would you get the divorce yourself? Would you be understanding? Would you be taking phone calls? What would you do if this was you were in this situation? But that's all from the stream today. Again, if any more updates on Icy Wyatt, I'll post it here on the channel. When she reads that letter, I'll let you guys know. All right. Thank you for watching. Please hit the thumbs up, sub, leave a comment, and show support to the channel, and I appreciate it. Bye, everybody.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always